Welcome. Thanks so much for joining us here on the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Deb Gillard, your host of the program, and today is Friday, March 16th. We remind you, of course, that you can find us on Charter Cable Channel 8 and also out on the internet on Facebook. Like us when you get there, and you'll get updates on the show. And also, you can get to us via Google or YouTube. Owatonna Today Show is where you go to find us on the internet as well as on our Facebook page. We also, of course, remind you to take note of our cell phone numbers and email address on the screen throughout the course of the program if you'd like to send information our way, guests, show topics, information about events that are going on in the community. We, of course, would not be getting here at all to you in any of those ways if it were not for our Owatonna Today Show supporters, and we do thank them very much. Our premier supporters are the City of Owatonna, Express Employment Professionals, Mayo Clinic Health System Owatonna, the Owatonna Public Utilities, and the Safe and Drug-Free Coalition of Steele County. Primary supporters are Steele County Historical Society, Steele County Environmental Services, Owatonna Care Center, Little Theater of Owatonna, and Amy Swain Hearing Centers. And also our interlude supporters, they are TPS Insurance, Snap Fitness, Profinium Financial, Pizza Ranch of Owatonna, the Owatonna Business Incubator, Napa Auto Parts, Clancher and Son Landscaping and Concrete, Horizon Eye Care Professionals, Fairview Animal Medical Center, ERA Gillespie Real Estate, Carlson Branstad and Company CPAs, Brookdale Senior Living, Sterling House and Clare Bridge of Owatonna, Glenn Mager and Tim Thomas of the Brickmaker Funeral Home and Medford Funeral Home, A+ Sew and Vac, Summit Mortgage, and Abraham Consulting Technologies. If you're interested in becoming a supporter of the program, please get a hold of Leanne at 390-5751, and she'll be happy to get you a supporter packet for your consideration. And if you're ever at all interested in making a contribution to the program, you may do so by sending it to Owatonna Today at 1130 North Elm here in Owatonna. And again, our supporters make it all happen. So please tell them thank you when you see them and patronize their businesses. We appreciate them very, very much. Great show for you today. We're going to be coming back from our first supporter break and talking with Sandra Von Arp about Grandparents for Education. They're always moving and doing things, so we like hearing from them. A little bit later on in the program, show supporter Express Employment Professionals will be joining us. So let's take this break and get down to business. Stay with us.
Hello, I'm Shawn McNulty with the Sterling House Assisted Living, a part of Brookdale Senior Living. Our mission is to enrich the lives of those we serve with compassion, respect, excellence, and integrity. We are a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, I'm Dr. Beth Giltvet of Horizon Eye Care Professionals, eye care you can trust. We're proud supporters of Owatonna Today.
Hi, I'm Glenn Mager, owner of the Brickmaker Funeral Home and the Medford Funeral Home.
And I'm Tim Thomas. Together, Glenn and I are most competent in serving families of all faiths and embracing the wants and needs of each family that we're privileged to serve.
We are proud to be a part of the Owatonna Today Show.
Welcome back, and thanks again for joining us on this Friday, March 16th. Okay, I'm not wearing green. We're decorated in green. Sandra's not wearing green, but are you any Irish?
Nope, not that I know of.
And I'm about this much, a pinch, as they would say. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. The red hair comes from other places.
Mostly Norwegian.
Yeah, that's me too. So, but I don't know. As the tale is told, everybody's Irish on St. Paddy's Day.
Everybody is. You betcha.
So we are decorated. But it's very nice to have you here, as always, from Grandparents for Education. It is such a great group. For those viewers who have seen you, of course, they're going to know a little bit about it. For those who have not, again, Grandparents for Education was really your brainchild, correct?
Well, it was actually Terry. The getting volunteers into the school was Terry Wallace.
Terry Wallace.
She asked us if we would see what we could do, and this is what we come up with.
And this is
Grandparents for Education, yes.
So, but it was not modeled really after anything else. It was started here to really respond to our schools and educators'
and
needs.
Our volunteers.
And volunteers.
So we can match volunteers with the school needs.
And that is so wonderful. Now you've got about how many people in your
grandparents
group?
About 100, maybe a little more right now.
And as we've mentioned before, you don't have to be a grandparent necessarily. No. You can be a kind of an honorary grandparent.
Yeah, we don't turn anybody away. No, when a child needs help, if somebody's willing to help them, we'll be there. And again, so we make them honorary grandparents.
Yes, so you can be a real grandparent. And I know that you have found a lot of your or a number in your group have come as previous educators. Maybe they're out retired from the school system. They were teachers at one time, but they still have that teaching passion, and they certainly want to help in any way that they can, and so they come and volunteer their
Several
time.
of our members are former teachers. In fact, some of them are still subbing, and they find the time to come in the schools.
Isn't
and
that
help.
nice?
Yeah.
And now,
really
again,
is.
the range of things that Grandparents for Education assists with is so varied.
Well, it's getting more targeted. We started out our first year. This is our third year in the school.
Amazing.
Only the third.
Okay.
We started out more to get visibility, to let people know we were there and that we're willing to help. The second year, more of the teachers grabbed hold and said, hey, these people are available for reading, they're available for math, they're available to help us with the plays, they're available with these other activities. This year, because one of the grade, in 7th grade, I believe, last year, she used us every afternoon, several of our members. Those kids were behavioral problems, disruptive problems. They went up 3 grade levels in reading. So once that word got out, we told the principals we would like to be in the schools, in the elementary, so they don't get that.
And helping with that to really move them forward.
So they can be moved forward and not get to 7th grade and have reading problems. However, we're finding out now that there's students in the high school that have reading and basic math problems.
Issues that have never really been resolved for whatever reason.
For whatever reason. It could be home, it could be anything. Maybe they just didn't like it, nothing interested them. So we're trying to put together, we're in the process of doing it, teens and agers together for education.
Oh, very nice.
So that way they'll be in kind of a group, and if we can get two this year, we'll to try it out. But these kids will probably be in the academy, and maybe we can get another teenager that doesn't have to be an advanced student, but just can read or do basic math to help us help this.
To kind of help bridge that gap.
Bridge that gap between the old people with gray hair and these young
things happen with old people with gray hair. There's a lot of wisdom under that gray hair.
Well, we were asked how we get these kids that are behavior problems to sit. And we said we actually don't do anything different. I said maybe it's the respect.
Could be the respect, could be just the demeanor, the age difference. They're not feeling maybe as challenged, and and we all know that one-on-one or one-on-a-couple or whatever is always going to be a nice setting.
And teachers don't have that time.
And they don't. No, they
there's
don't.
40 kids in a classroom plus, 40 plus. They don't have time to reach all of their students.
Well, what a great focus.
So,
you are constantly evolving. That's the interesting thing too. And all the times we've had you here talking, there's always something new on the horizon,
coming,
or you're pinpointing a focus, or
you've
got a group within a group now, the teens and agers
we're seeing needs and being asked for. We have, like I said, 100 plus. We could use probably 200-300.
Oh my goodness, the plea goes out.
Yeah, I asked one teacher at a school, how many, if we had the people available, how many could you use in your school? Right off the bat, she said around 300.
Oh my goodness.
All of the passport programs require one-on-one.
Yes, they do.
So we help. We do a lot with that.
Yeah, and there are parent volunteers that I know, and there
are
very many volunteers, excuse me, who can. Tickle in the throat. Need a little water. So they're able to help sometimes, parent volunteers, but that additional help from grandparents.
They've got jobs. They're not available all the time. And some of our people still working.
Sure.
And they're willing to come after school to help, or without evening.
Well, in the interest of gathering more volunteers for you then, and in talking to our Owatonna Today Show viewers, what is the commitment like? If I say I want to be a grandparent for education, or I want to do my part, or I want to explore it, what am I bound to?
You tell us your preference.
Okay.
You tell us, I'm off on Tuesday if I'm working. I could come on Tuesday. If you're not working, you could say, I'm free on Thursday afternoon. I can give you an hour of my time, a half an hour of your time.
Okay. So it's really as much or as little as anyone
You give a preference.
Okay.
But believe me, when we're in a pinch, we might call you, even though, say Wilson was your preference, we might call you for another school if we're in a pinch to do something.
And I know that certain people bring certain talents. So, for instance, my forte would not have been math. in school. I'm not going to try to help someone with math at the high school level. That wouldn't work for me. But there are those who would.
Will,
and there are those who have that background, or someone who has an English background or a history background, or those types of things, and you're going to try to work them in.
We have a fellow now that's into math. He already had an assignment before his background check was cleared.
Okay.
He had to wait for that letter to come because they had already nabbed him at the high school to help a child that was...
Well, and you mentioned an important point there, too. There will be a background check. I mean, these are individuals. You're going into school. You're helping students one-on-one.
Nobody goes in without a background check.
And
nobody.
you do need that.
Nobody goes in. So there was a situation when we provide a warm car. In fact, this year they didn't have to do that because of the weather. But when it's 30 below or whatever, we provide a warm car for these little border patrols to get into. There was some problem that parents wrote and said, well, I'm not going to let my child get into a car with somebody that's not, you know, I don't know. Well, these are all people that have had background checks. They would not.
Good
the schools wouldn't allow it.
For the sake of our kids, exactly. Well, you are self-funded as well, and one of the things that's coming up this weekend is going to help you with that, too. We've got a great pancake breakfast, don't we?
Yes, we have a pancake breakfast at the Eagles Club from 8 to 12:15. And what we're trying to do is partner with a group from schools that have no really means of making money. This time it's with the world language. There's a group of students going to Costa Rica. So we're going to help them raise money to go on that trip. And we're also having a nice silent auction. Really beautiful things. And also we're raffling off a TV. Because we have a flat screen TV. We have competition at this breakfast. We have the, I think there's 3 other promotions going on in the city.
Year, but there's a lot of ways that people can give and give to many causes. So we want to encourage people to come to the Eagles this coming Sunday morning. If they want to get tickets ahead of time, Sandra, how can they get them?
They can get them from any Grandparent for Education member or one of these world language
or a
students.
world language student. And of course you can also get them at the door if you find at the last minute you're able to attend.
And also I want to say United Prairie Bank is one of our sponsors. They're giving $50 and we're hiding that in an Easter egg, a plastic egg. So whoever buys that basket will find a special $50. So we're encouraging people to come.
Great things
to
bid on at the silent auction. Buy the raffle ticket and some fun and prizes and great food at the Eagles Club.
They will have fun.
Well, Sandra, thanks again for joining us and giving us a little Grandparent for Education update. Encourage everybody to go to the breakfast this Sunday.
And we join Grandparents for Education. We need you. We need you very much.
Contact information was there, so we encourage that as well. Thank you, Sandra. We'll take a break for our supporters and we'll be right back.
I'm Diane Wilson of Profinium Financial, the bank that helps you achieve your financial dreams. Profinium Financial is proud to be a supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
The Owatonna Police Department would like to remind you to drive safely this winter season. Clear all snow and ice from your vehicle's windows before driving on the road. Turn on your headlights to increase your visibility to other drivers. Reduce your speed to match the road conditions. Increase the distance between you and the vehicle ahead of you. Approach all intersections with caution as if they were slippery. Doing these simple things will decrease your chances of becoming involved in a fender bender this winter season.
Hello, I'm Matthew Camp, the new plastic surgeon at Mayo Clinic Health System of Owatonna and Albert Lea. I trained in medical school at Wake Forest in North Carolina and completed plastic surgery training in Southern California at Loma Linda. Plastic surgeons provide a wide range of aesthetic and reconstructive surgery. We operate from head to toe. I look forward to meeting you.
Hi, I'm Brenda Bednar with Summit Mortgage, and I'm a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
I needed more than just another dead-end job. I wanted a career, so I expressed myself.
With the kids off to college, I decided it was time for me to go back to work and express myself.
Express got me in touch with some really great companies. Now, I'm on my way to a great career.
Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve.
Express yourself today.
Welcome back, and thanks so much for joining us here on the Owatonna Today show on this Friday, March 16th. I guess we could call it, Kathy, St. Patrick's Day Eve.
Yeah, I guess so.
Kathy Schrader is here with us from Express Employment Professionals, and we're very happy to have you here. Are you at all Irish? I have to ask everybody this week since we're surrounded by green. I know.
I like to wear green, though.
I know. I have about this much, maybe, as the lineage goes back, but who knows? I call it a pinch. A pinch of the Irish, that's all I get. Yeah. So we're very glad to have you here. We've got some great things to talk about today, but just so that our viewers get to know you a little bit, tell us where you're from. Originally from the southern Minnesota or Owatonna area?
I'm proud to say that I'm from Iowa.
Okay.
From Iowa. I've been up in the area here in Owatonna, though, since 1989.
Okay.
And
was it Express that brought you here?
Actually, my husband transferred here with Federated.
Okay. So. And the Express, Express Professional Services, I guess it was at that time. Betsy had started a few years previous, and then you joined her company. In what capacity?
Right. Well, actually, I've done probably every role you can think of at Express. I started actually as a temporary associate.
Okay.
Back in 1989. So, and now I'm currently the Director of Operations.
All right.
And manage the Owatonna facility as well as specialize in direct hire.
Okay. Wow. So you've worn any number of hats, and you probably know the business as well or almost as well as Betsy.
It changes every day, though.
I know it does, doesn't it? What would you say, just before we get into our topics, just really briefly, what are some of the most striking changes do you think you've seen over the past 22, 23 years?
Just technology, change in technology. Yeah, back in the old days when I started, we didn't even have computers, and now we're, interviewing and the information goes to the computer. Yeah,
applications online and the whole works.
But it's for the best.
Yeah. It absolutely is. It makes things just move at a pace that's unbelievable. So you've got, the two things we want to talk about today are a unique simulcast opportunity that you have here for people to attend, and then also you mentioned your role in direct hire, and we want to cover that as well. But let's talk a little bit about the simulcast that's coming up. Very interesting.
Yeah, we're real excited about that. It's a Refresh Leadership Live simulcast. It's actually being filmed down in Tyler, Texas.
Okay.
And it's taking place on Wednesday, May 16th.
All right.
And we've got a lineup of multiple speakers who have dedicated their professional careers to principles of great leadership.
Okay. And this is one of the areas where technology is really amazing, because they're going to attend it here at the Holiday Inn, but it's coming to us via simulcast, and it's one way to get this amazing information and these talented people to come, not to have to physically be here, but to still take advantage of that.
Right, absolutely.
So let's talk about a little bit about the people that we will be seeing at that event.
Yeah, we've got some dynamic personalities that are going to be there. Patrick Lencioni, he's a leadership consultant and a New York Times best-selling author.
Okay.
He wrote The 5 Temptations of a Leader.
Okay.
So he's going to be identifying the natural tendencies that plague all leaders.
Oh, I'm intrigued by that. Yeah. Do you know any of those? Have you heard him speak before?
Yes.
Really?
Excellent. Absolutely excellent.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Exciting for some of the football
sports.
Yeah, we have Troy Aikman and Emmett Smith that are going to be there. Of course, everybody knows that they're legendary former professional football players.
Yeah.
And they're going to be talking about Hall of Fame leadership.
Okay.
And then also for this, when you register, you do have the opportunity to submit a question for them to personally answer on the show if you're interested.
So they're interested in taking questions ahead of time. Okay, so that they may answer. All right. And the third speaker then?
We have Dr. Bertrice Berry, psychologist, author, lecturer, and educator.
All right.
And she'll be discussing the importance of finding your purpose in life and leading others to find theirs.
Okay. Well, what great topics. So, again, this is May 16th, so we're talking a couple months away yet, but they do want to register. It's, I would imagine, seating is limited in every place that we are, so you want to make sure you sign up early. Is there a cost for the event?
Yeah, that's one of the benefits. There's no cost. We will be accepting donations for the Children's Miracle Network, but it's free to anyone who wants to attend. One of the nice things about it, also a benefit, is that it's been approved for those attending. They can receive 3 hours of HRCI continuing education credits. So
okay, those in the human resources field, is that what that
absolutely.
is? Okay, and they can come and attend and get all this great information.
Yeah.
No fee, donation to the Children's Miracle Network, which I think we would all, that benefits all of us to donate to such a cause. And then, of course, there will be others like ourselves there. So it's maybe a great idea or a great opportunity if we can't in our busy daily lives to kind of network and be together with some of the people that are our peers.
Absolutely. Build those local ties.
Okay.
People in the community. Absolutely.
Okay. How do they register, Kathy?
Well, they can contact our office, and they can send us an email, give us a call on our phone number. I'm sure will be listed here.
Okay.
And we'll be happy to get them signed up.
Okay. Well, that is a great, great event. So we'll mention that again near the end. Your contact information at Express, I think she's putting on the screen too, so we have that phone number and email. Now, secondly, in addition to that event coming up, you are, as you mentioned, currently in charge of the direct hire program. In case people don't understand, if they're not in the field, both either from the company standpoint or a applicant standpoint, what exactly is direct hire? How would you define it?
Well, I'm real passionate about direct hire.
Okay.
It's the placement of an individual at a client company organization for a fee, but it's paid by the client company. So they go directly onto the client's payroll.
Okay, and that differs from, and so some people might think of your typical employment or staffing services as being temporary. You come, you're technically working for Express, you're at a company, you get a different job, you work somewhere else. This is very different than that. It's a little... are they positions that are a little higher up, perhaps, in management?
Well,
or?
it could be, but basically what direct hire is are for positions that are hard to fill.
Okay.
Currently, we have, as people know, the unemployment figure, or maybe don't know, in Minnesota is 6.3%. So that means there's a lot of people that are currently working in the talent, they have full-time jobs. For them to risk to give up that job for something else, they don't want to do the evaluation hire, or they don't want to take a temporary assignment.
Okay.
Then we'd recommend the direct hire.
Okay. They need to know that they have something waiting on the other side if they're thinking of making a move rather than just quitting and then being out there with nothing.
Right.
So what are some of the benefits that you offer to the client companies? A company comes to you and says, okay, Kathy, we need some help filling this position or these positions. What are some of the benefits that they're receiving?
Well, first of all, Express, we're the experts in recruiting talent. That's what we do all day. We recruit, we interview, we have a large pool of candidates that the client can draw from.
Okay.
We have the ability at Express to tap into those that are currently working as well as those that are actively seeking employment. So we have a large base of candidates. Some of the other benefits, we're professional interviewers. We thoroughly screen and test and train our candidates. We do that on a daily basis.
So this takes some of these things out of the client company's hands. They don't have to be, you're doing the looking. You're doing the looking, you're doing the initial screening interviews, those types of things?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a big time saver.
And while we're doing that, it saves the company's money because it allows them to focus on their core competencies at the same time.
Oh, absolutely. Well, what a great deal. Are there other things that you offer? What if somebody doesn't work out? What if you go through all the screening and you can screen interview and it may seem like the right candidate, but what happens if it's not?
Yep, well, we do have a 100-day guarantee, so it protects the client's investment that way. If for something, reason it doesn't work out, then we'll give them a free and equal replacement.
Okay, all right, very interesting. And people, let's talk about it then from maybe the applicant standpoint, the individual who comes in and says, or gets a hold of you. Again, they may be coming from an already working situation, or they are, for some reason, unemployed. Maybe they got laid off, and we all know the economy has had many ups and downs and the job situation here.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what happens then for the applicant?
Well, they come in and everything is kept confidential for them coming into our office. It's probably estimated right now that probably 38% of employees are dissatisfied in their current position, and for several reasons. So if you're one of those candidates and you know that, just know that Express is always hiring. Because we recruit for all levels of positions. And
they could be unhappy in their position because it doesn't fit their talents, perhaps. It's not turned out like they wanted. It's evolved to a position that they're no longer comfortable in, or whatever. In any case, they're maybe looking to make that change.
Yeah.
And then the benefits to those individuals, Kathy.
Well, first of all, there's never a fee to our candidate.
Okay.
So there's nothing to lose there. We also have positions that aren't advertised in any media, so people don't know that they're open.
Okay.
What we also do is we offer assistance in writing resumes and interviewing tips.
Okay. Very, very important as someone maybe re-enters the job field or is thinking of making a change. So basically, if someone needs to or wants to talk to you about any of those things, it's best to just come in and ask some of these same questions that we've even just started. If some of this piques your interest, either as a client company or a company representative, and say, how can Kathy and Express help me? Or if you're an individual that's looking to make a change, that same information. And they can contact you. How? I think we have your email there, Kathy?
Yes, absolutely.
Contact you directly?
Yep.
All right. And the phone number, 455-3002. Okay. And you wanted to add?
I just want to say our vision is to help people, as many people as we can, find good jobs, and as many companies find good people.
All right. Perfect. We encourage people to call Express Employment Professionals and also encourage you to attend that simulcast event that they have coming up. Give Express a call or give Kathy an email if you'd like to find out about any of that. Thanks so much for joining us, Kathy.
Thank you.
All right. We'll take a break for our supporters, and then we'll be right back to wrap it up.
Hi, I'm Mike.
And I'm Jake with Napa Auto Parts.
Napa has the know-how for all your automotive needs.
Napa is a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
The Owatonna Care Center is excited to announce our new partnership with Dr. Middle and Dr. Wilcox of Long-Term Care Professionals. This partnership ensures that residents can be seen right here at the Owatonna Care Center when needed. With the special on-site care long-term care professionals will be delivering to our facility, our goal is to decrease hospital visits and ensure special one-on-one care for each resident. Long-term care professionals and the Owatonna Care Center are dedicated to improving the clinical management for our residents, ensuring that they receive the highest quality of care.
Did you know that it is illegal in the city of Owatonna to host or allow a gathering where minors will be consuming alcoholic beverages on your property or in your residence? Did you know it is illegal to provide minors with alcohol unless they are your own kids, in your own home, and you are present? Underage drinking leads to increased risks of future chemical dependency, engaging in more serious criminal activity, and becoming a victim of a crime. Please help keep our kids and our community safe by not encouraging, hosting, or allowing underage drinking. This is a message from the Owatonna Police Department and the Safe and Drug-Free Coalition of Steele County.
And it's time to wrap up on this Friday, March 16th with a few announcements. We're going to let you know, of course, that it is the Wholehearted Living First Annual Weekend Women's Conference that is going on at Good Shepherd Lutheran Church. It begins this evening, Friday, March 16th at 7 o'clock through 9:30. And then Saturday, tomorrow, March 17th, from 9 to 4. And if you have not already purchased your tickets and would still like to, you can get a hold of Good Shepherd Lutheran Church or Old Town Bagels in downtown Owatonna, or you can just show up at the door. And I know they did mention, as we had them on earlier this week, that if for some reason you're not able to attend this evening but would like to come for the speakers and everything throughout the day tomorrow, you can still do that. It's just kind of some ice-breaking and introductory things going on this evening. So maybe give the church a call, 451-4125, or just stop in and they'll give you some more information. There is a St. Patrick's Day dinner going on tomorrow, St. Patrick's Day, and support of the Homestead Hospice House, and specifically benefiting patient care and grounds beautification. It will be going on at the Elks Club. It's $12 per person. It is featuring an authentic meal. There will also be a silent auction that is taking place during dinner. You can bid on your favorite items. Tickets are available at the Elks Lodge and Kotke Jewelers downtown, or you can call to reserve tickets at the Elks at 451-1395. There is an evening for kids' sake, of course, to benefit Big Brothers Big Sisters. That is going on at the Steele County History Center, and that is also on St. Patrick's Day tomorrow beginning at 5 o'clock. Of course, all proceeds go to benefit Big Brothers Big Sisters of Southern Minnesota. So we encourage you to join those things that are going on this weekend. Coming up on next week's program, we'll be talking about a program called Born Learning. We'll also have an update from the Steele County Food Shelf, the Owatonna Business Women's of Achievement recap after the event, KOWZ Home Show, City of Owatonna update, and Owatonna Care Center. So please join us next week. Have a great St. Paddy's Day weekend.